This is the Sphere 13, and this is one of my World of Tanks replay videos that hopefully I will be able to do more of, which I know I probably do say a lot, but it's... Anyway, I'm just gonna kinda jump right into it. I've been kinda getting closer and closer to the heavy tank missions, and you can see just kinda what kind of internet I had. But I've been going through the heavy tank missions, and I'm on the one where I have to ram someone to death. What better tank to do than the KV-5, right? It's been about a month that I've been on it. This replay was on the 25th of February, so joyous days, and I still haven't completed it. Now, before I get too much further, a short time before I recorded this video, I got a new subscriber, Pumpkin, which, thank you, Pumpkin, for subscribing. Let's see, anything else? Type 61, shop music go fast. Nothing of real too much use, actually. This is Sega for line, and during the load-up of the game, it said that we had an 81% chance to win, mainly because of the E75, WZ-120, well, just majority of our top-tier tanks in general. I mean, they've got average to above-average players. We've got some purples, blues, and a few typos, me being almost one of them. So a genius move by me. I'm going to back up into the line of fire. I don't know what I was thinking. I honestly don't. But so far, what? One up. And the battle for the valley is actually quite easy. We've got, let's see, 2 mediums facing a medium and artillery. It's almost pretty much set. Now, I don't want to go across and get shot again, but I felt pretty confident. Thankfully, tide of battle allowed me to do some please. Hello, Mr. Type 61. I'm not just gonna run clean out there. I'd rather wait for him to hop in the corner again. But not gonna happen. So we've lost our T-44. Majority of the tanks are on full health. And I think I put one more into that T-32 shortly after this. I mean, it's not like I am the biggest threat. This gun is pretty bad. Don't know where in the world that shot went, but I've definitely got their attention. Me and this Tiger 2 have the guns pointed at us. So, doing this, I was surprised to get away with that. But look at our Leopard prototype. He is wrecking. I guess he don't know why that shot went straight to the wall. But he's definitely an extremely good player. To be honest, if I had this team every single time, I wouldn't mind. And look at what the Leopard prototype is. He's out in the field. Oh, here comes a Waffenträger. Hello! Of course, I bounced. So, there's 3 left and all to my left. Hopefully... Oh, there's only a few more left. Now, I'm just going to sit here and miss that shot, because it barely goes above him. And And that Patton just sits there. He knows he's dead. Track fire! Yes! And that was the first game of February that I had, aside from a few games here and there. So that's it. I thought that was a sign of good things to come. So, continuing on with this trend of good luck, I was like, you know, I'm going to push it. One good game in the KV5 and I'm feeling pretty confident. So, I'll hop into my VK4502A, which is, in my opinion, a disgrace of a heavy tank. I've literally been shot in the side. Absolutely should have been a complete nut of bounce because of how thin the side armor is. It just goes right through. And I think I'll end up showing you guys what I mean. Now, the main reason I head over this way is because a lot of times you'll get a light tank flying down this corridor trying to get spots from behind people. But no one. So I'm like, okay. And hey, there's people. So, turn it around, going this way, that way. Oh, look at a T-34 in the city. What absolute moron. I don't even bring my T-29 into city. Let me show you guys. Okay, so at approximately stop it. At an approximate this angle through the upper glacis. And as you can see, it is fairly flat ground, so I will give it to him, but frontal armor of another Tier 8 tank? Okay. This tank is a pain to play. Because you rarely make money off of it. It is very, very hard to make money off of this thing. Most of the time it's you get to pay it anywhere from 500 to 6,000 credits for the privilege of playing this thing. I mean, I think the few times that I've actually been able to make money on this thing is when I literally just run out and die. So, hello Mr. M6. Bye Mr. M6. Hello Mr. Cromwell. Oh, there's a Hellcat. Hellcat's priority. Back to you, Mr. Cromwell. Oh no, where do you think you're going? Hey, thank you to I don't think you're gonna be staying there much longer. Are you having problems there? Sounds like a personal issue. And not being there. And I've taken a hit from the tiger. Just took a hit from the tiger. So I know I don't want to be in that spot. Bounces off my side. Probably more towards the back of my turret. But oh, you go ahead, Mr. T-34. I may think that the Ferdinand was facing towards me. So, oh, there's a T-51. Hello. And what? We're just kind of aiming for each other's components. The only difference is I can hit his. So I start taking hits in the back. I'm backing up. And fire! I've gotten a lot better at lighting people on fire. And super pushing. It's like, oh crap, tracks me. I don't mind sitting here. I mean, there's absolutely no one who's gonna shoot at me. There's no artillery that can just, I don't like you, in particular. I don't know why I got caught on that corner, but it's like, oh, hello! Off the whole of the super pushing. He bounces off of me. I bounce off of him, he bounces off of me. He shoots up high. And I can't pin the front of a super pushing with this thing. And he's pinning me. Until machine gun port. Ev bouncing off the front of a super pushing, mildly angled, is not something that you want to be doing. Then please go to the E100 and think of only the gun. Because Tiger P is a lot better than the Tiger. VK 4502P has the same frontal armor as the E100. So, seeing the results of the last game, I was like, okay, maybe I should keep pushing the VK. I mean, I've got 100,000 some XP to go before I get the VK 4502B. Why not? As you can see, there's something going on that doesn't quite allow me just start up as intended. As you saw, it went, you're doing nothing. Countdown from 14, start. That's how my game started in this. It's like, interesting. But Westfield, very low chance of winning. When about an average chance to win is 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, and you're at a 36%, you've got to try harder. It's just that simple. Now, I'm probably not doing the smartest thing, because I'm destroying everything in between me and where I want to go towards. And Hellcats. Fish. But I feel fairly happy. I'd rather go after that. But, you know. Okay. So that shot just, you know, disappears. But I've gotten his attention. Can I get a shot? Yeah, just a bounce. I'm more worried about the 2 tank destroyers behind me, and he was there before. Now, this is not exactly the brightest thing to do, but drive by. And now I've got attention. So, wait for a little bit. Think I'm in the clear. Charge. Go, go, go. And the last video that I put up of me ammo racking someone was the last time I ammo racked. I'm still outnumbered technically in that area because of the Indian Pounds, the T-28 prototype. Probably gonna start shooting at my side. there's very few ways I'm going to get out of this. So thankfully, RNG said, you know, that SU-100 did not do too well. So yeah, if you're looking to ammo, shoot at the front drive wheel of an SU-100 while it turns. That will be all. Indian Panzer. There's 2 artillery. I'm not feeling that pressured. Don't know what the hell is going on there. Replay bug, I guess. So things just kind of fall apart from here. At least for me. I'm taking hit after hit after hit. That one was a bounce, thankfully, but I don't think I could take much more. And I'm a one-shot kill for anything that even looks at me. Which I'm kind of used to in this tank. So, now that I know what artillery is, I know I'm fairly safe. I'm kind of waiting to be unspotted. Do I have a shot? Nope. But I fire one anyway. I'm definitely going to be losing money on this game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm losing money on this game. And there's a comment. Well, at least now I know what was shooting at me. And I did notice that in game, so don't worry. And that FV304 is just running. Don't. Oh, SU-100's now turning out to go plop one into him. But I'm not feeling too brave right now. I know that anything that looks at me is gonna kill me, but can't sit around forever. That shot never hit the dirt, at least it didn't look like it did. So never got a shot, that final shot in. But that KV-4 down there is starting to look more and more like something I could shoot at. Closest thing to me, why not? And the enemy artillery is now throwing a hissy fit. Oh well. And it's pretty obvious by how far back I am that I'm never gonna make it to this, well, to that AMX CDC, which I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing people drive. I mean, it's almost as bad as drive your Hellcat events. And my last hit. And I have to admit, since this game, I've not had a good game in this tank. Pushing my luck in this thing is not exactly something that I like to do, for reasons of obvious effect. This game was the last game that I had in February. Wasn't expecting it to be much of anything special. This was literally my last game of the day. I was just kind of going like, another game, oh well. But something special happened. Needless to say, I started legged out.
Let's go.
So, my first thing that I always try to do with this tank is get it hull down. There's no other reason why not to. As you can see, I've got my mark of excellence on this tank. For this, that T-34 is pretty persistent on wasting his ammunition. Something that I know in a few tanks you can't afford to do. This is Stream Coast, and as you can see, we've already lost one person. Now, the person was about an equivalent of me, so it wasn't that bad, but it was an IS-3. Which, as you can see, was a top tier tank. Immediately. Well, that doesn't bode well. And one of the things that I've started doing is I'll put the cursor, and yes, I did finally get 6 cents in this tank, and I think I'm at a 30% with Mentor. I'm just gonna use this like it's a premium tank. It's good enough to do so. But one of the things that I've been doing is I'll put the cursor over an enemy tank, and if it pops up with the outline, I'll let my gun rotate to it. If not, it's not budging. Now, this is one of the dream places that I could ever hope for in this tank. And hello. He's seen me, I've seen him. Only difference is he can hit, I can hit the turret. Now, I move up to this little divot right here, and he decides to ignore me.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Which isn't exactly the best idea for him. Just
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
put it to this. So, I got the first kill on the enemy team, while we've lost the IS-3, the T-34, and the AMX-12T. I'm starting to receive fire from elsewhere, which, fair enough, I am on the enemy team to them. And this guy
Penetration.
is a pain in the ass. I hate British tank destroyers, I really, really do.
We didn't even scratch them.
Because you hit them in the same spot twice, and they learn. But, fair enough.
Gotcha.
I remember the gun map trick on that thing. So I've sat up here and dealt almost all my damage. And I kinda don't want to move. It's a cozy place for me. It really, really is a cozy place for me.
Enemy is hit.
And when I can pull off shots like that, I feel very confident about being up here. And I've been spotted. Not sure by what, but almost M6.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I just gave you another reason to look forward to getting away from that thing. The M6 isn't bad. It's just, it plays so much like the T1 Heavy, because the T1 Heavy is quite a few First People's Heavy tanks on the American server. A lot of people don't know how to play it. Me included, I did get lucky majority of the time. So, that T-29 is coming after this T-34. So I decided, you know what? I'll join the fray. Why not? I'm feeling lucky. And
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
hello. Bet you weren't expecting that one. Now I'm lower down. That shot went high. now I'm in a kind of fight for my life kind of thought process. And I don't... well, I guess that Centurion one bit the dust. Another one of our IS-3s bites the dust. We're winning by 3. I'm not gonna go around and start chasing this IS-3 from behind. The enemy team is making a bit of a blunder. By not trying to cap. However, I couldn't get my gun down fast enough.
Enemy is hit.
But now, it's just me and this IS-3.
Enemy armor is hit.
And, fair enough, I screw up. Or did I? Where did he shoot me? I haven't... That nick at the top is from when I bounced. There's not a single mark.
Penetration.
Either way, it's kind of a...
Gotcha.
We know how this one's gonna end.
Electronics is damaged.
Oh, and then there's Audi. Now, I have posted this on the World of Tanks replay website. So, as of right now, I have 3,141 damage. I kind of think, you know, I'll go after this T-29. Why not? No, he's too far away, and he's on the hill. I'll go after this T-34. He spotted me, but... oh well. So, either way, I'm gonna have to be headed this direction anyway, so... kinda try and keep this walk in between me and this T-34 so I don't get spotted again. And, come on guys, put your man pants on. Someone else got the kill. But, now it's a race for the artillery. And I was half expecting to see a C-bus. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm just gonna call it C-bus. And I expected to see a C-bus drown. That's kind of how most artillery ends up working. So in anticipation, I'm loading high explosive. It's cheaper, and it's artillery. If it bounces high explosive, something went wrong. And one of our teammates just said, no need to chase the artillery, he'll come to you. No, you won't. Sport around first. Yeah. So, artillery takes out our E-25. I am now the furthest one forward. And our low... I mean, our team is just hounding that T-25. Now, before I do this, a 55% chance for those alive? Is that M44, M43 that good? Either way, that shot goes high. Now, I'm expecting him to kind of be reloaded, but he backs up. He's not trying to aim at me yet, so...
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
When I got out of that game, It was a mastery badge. With only 3,402 damage dealt. But at the very beginning, when I was popping over that hill, some of the tanks had been unspotted, and when I came over they got respotted. So it gave me 1,000 points of spotting damage. This was one of the happiest games I've ever seen, and I was 1 kill away from a Top Gun. I guess I can't just win them all. Okay. So, this game, as you can see, I've started with 99 ping. Gets a little better, not much.
Move out.
So, drops down to about, you know, this. So, when I typed in, I love 450 ping, and of course it immediately drops by 100. Still can't move. Oh, yeah, I can get my turret. So, nope, now the turret doesn't want to move again. This game was a bit of an up in the air. Playing it was a pain in the ass. For the simple fact that I couldn't do anything. I felt like I was nothing but a burden to the team. To be honest, I kinda wanted artillery to plant a shot right into the back of my tank. Or, and of course, when I say something about the 5-something ping, oh, there goes, I can move every once in a while. This game, though. And I'm typing it in chat, and I think it's going through. I'm not sure if they're getting it, but there's something going on. I mean, there should be no way in hell that I have that much ping. I mean, I may live out in the middle of nowhere and internet connection isn't that good, but I've never had to play a game before in this kind of ping. Up in the hundreds, yeah, I've had to play games in that, but something wasn't right. As it turns out, during this time, just as I had started the game, the wireless router decided to reboot, because my brother connected his Xbox to it. But what does that have to do with delay? Like I said, reboot. That 999 was because it wouldn't respond. I'm trying to tell this IS-6, hey, fall back. I'm not as much help as you think I am. But, you know, random battles. Who cares about, you know, playing tactically? IS-6 goes around the corner and then realizes there's actually no one behind him. And for how quickly it was spotted, that was quite an accurate shot. That's odd.
We're immobilized. That one didn't go through.
So, being tracked, no difference to me. I mean,
Track repair.
I'm on the other side of this mountain, and I am lagging out. Chances are, even if I wanted to move immediately, I'd lag out, but watch this.
Critical hit.
Just above the gun shield, being able to deal damage. What did that shot hit? Um, game. I kind of want to see where shots bounce. So angle my arm a little bit. And hey, there's the M44. I honestly have no clue what's going on with this thing.
Critical hit.
And I'm getting quite a bit of critical hits. So I am lagging out,
We
but
didn't penetrate their armor.
I'm also defending base like no other. Thankfully that IS-6 ammo racks don't burn at all. And now we've got a tank destroyer popping up behind that guy. And ironically enough, I haven't been able to pin him, but he's been able to pin me. Now that he's got a tank destroyer coming up behind him, he's gonna push around, and I hit the ground immediately behind him. If you didn't see the cloud of dust,
We didn't even scratch
so
them.
he aims at me and misses. Yay! So successfully defended this side of the map. And tank, god damn it. It's playing with this much lag is like having a drunken crew. Well, being the tank commander of a drunken crew. At least that's how I'm going to explain it, because it's like, come on, do this. Do it! No, now stop! God! So, we're starting to lose defense on this side of the map. And it kind of looks like a graveyard, to be honest. There you go. No. Tank crew, listen to me. It's frustrating to play, but fun to watch. Because you get random things like that, and it's just like, okay. Come on. No, come on. And then every once in a while they just stop listening to you. And while this was going on, my little brother was still trying to connect his Xbox to the Wi-Fi that said no. And I find this pretty funny, but I'm lagging out and I still haven't taken a single point of actual damage. I got a damaged track, but with this drunken crew, it's not that bad, apparently. And I'm somewhat happy that it lagged out, otherwise I would not have the game that I had. And spoiler alert. Yep, there goes 999. I no longer have any control of my tank. It's just doing as it pleases. So, second time that the internet's denied my brother internet through his Xbox, and I am suffering. But, spoiler alert, as I was telling you earlier, I come in 5th place on this team. So, as soon as that ping wears off, it sends the message that, hey, I had that much ping. I mean, for how useless, in my opinion, I was extremely bad. That shot went through his tank completely. Thank you, internet connection. But I kinda got off scot-free. And at this point in time, I'm not too worried about the artillery. They've got one tank left spotting from it, and it's the 55% play. Our chances of winning went from 45 to 62, and I am still lagging out. My tank crew kind of stopped listening to me. I'm aiming at it every once in a while, just in case. But artillery is starting to move up. That Ferdinand behind me is not doing too well. So eventually, let me just speed it up a little bit, because I do sit here for quite a long time. I did sit there for a while, thinking, you know, he's gonna come around the corner. Then I realized, artillery's closer to the flag than I am. That's a bit of a shame. The Ferdinand, I can understand why he doesn't want to move up immediately. But the question is, where is this AMX? I've given him plenty of time to basically go do whatever he wants. So, that was pretty bad on my part. And there's the enemy M12. Artillery killing artillery. It would be nice if, you know, there was enemy artillery killing each other. But as of right now, I'm practically a tomato player in the only medium tank on full health, facing a 55%er who's already got 4 kills. I have no shot on him. It's probably the Ferdinand that spotted him. But I use this, I just basically say screw it, I've got more health than he does. Why not? I mean, worst that happens is I leg up that hill right there. And end up in front of his gun. That's the worst that could happen. I think that AMX, I started to realize that there was artillery behind me. And proximity detection. I'm gonna get in the cap circle just cause why not? I know he's above me, but and he could have dived on me, but he didn't want to take the risk. But at the same time, an ammo rack with a shell from artillery, he just was having a bad day. And despite how I didn't get a single hit in, well, single point of damage dealt, I ended up doing, because I spotted not only that AMX, but every time those tanks came around the corner down here, it gave me the spotting credit. So 2,000 damage and spotting later, I kind of want to leg out again. This game went a lot better than it should have for me. Thank you, RNG. And in this replay, E25, sneaky little bugger of a tank. And here's the kind of setup it is. We're given a 52% chance to win, so it's about average. And I'm a below average player. In my opinion. A little bit of lag at the beginning. See, ping right now is about 150, 140, somewhere around there. And it's not bothering me. 100 some ping, 150-ish, doesn't bother me. When it gets to about 250 and higher, that bothers me. Now, one of the things that I kind of don't do in a lot of the games I play is specifically purchase premium credit. Now, there was a time when, there was one time actually, when I went looking for a game card, such as an Extreme Gamer card, so that way I could buy, what was it? E25. No, it wasn't the E25, it was the KV220 KV5 is what I was after. And nobody told me that the Extreme Gamer cards were out of service. They just weren't being sold anymore. So I bought a World of Tanks in-game credit card. You know, the one that you buy and it gives you 2,500 gold? Yeah. Didn't realize that. So, bought 2 of them. Because 25 was about $74. So, and this shot, I love how active this gun is. Finally got the final kill. Now, AT-15A is yelling, "Screw you, artillery!" %46% and less than 1,000 battles. At tier 7, you purchased a premium account, premium tank, and you've just been throwing all your free XP into getting the next British tank destroyer. Will the tanks end in battles? There's very little you can say to explain. Now, one of the things that I learned very early on with this thing is you don't just charge. You don't get yourself stuck in at the front lines. That ends in horrible decision making. So far, 2 shots. That's technically 3, but this Challenger, other side of the hill. That's my main concern. He's gone. Okay, so SU-122-44. I'm going to use the small profile of this tank to move up here. Now, my first thought was, I'm gonna get spotted the second I come over here. Then I noticed this. Turn to aim, and I can't see anyone. Now, I probably should have switched to armor piercing, but I was like frontal turret of Tiger. I hit the cupola. Probably hit his commander. I don't know how much further up I can go. So I'm starting to get shot at over in this direction. That SU-44 decides to get the hell out of Dodge. T-50 chases after, starts to chase after him. And this Tiger can see the kind of shit he's in. So I no longer have to worry about him. Don't have to worry about this 122-44. Now, this is my first game in it in a very, very long time. The crew is only at 80%. Mind you, it's a Hitzer crew, except for the commander, which I'm going to keep in this tank at all times. When Wargaming does the change your password event for the NA server, kind of thought I was going to track myself there, coming down that bridge like I did, but when they start to actually, well, let me just backtrack a bit. When they put out another 300 gold change your password thing, I'll get camo for this. But until then, I'm probably not going to put any camo on it, which isn't exactly the best thing for me to do. This tank has to rely on its stealth, or the opponent's thinking it's distracted. He's top tier heavy tank, facing a top tier medium tank, with me just wailing away at him. Oh, I wanted the final kill. This will be the last replay in this video, and it's the first game I played in the M44. Now, I'm not sure about you, but those don't look like very good odds at all. Now, technically the game is still in countdown, so I'm looking around. Yep, there goes. So, if you don't like watching artillery, you have two options here. You could probably close the video right now, or you could pay attention to how I play artillery. It's kind of kind of goes through our minds as we play artillery. Step 1, find the closest hiding spot so you can begin firing immediately. So, first shot, try to look at that M6, but this tank's out here in the open. Oh, that T-34 stopped moving. Now, what I'm trying to do is get a good clean hit, and
That was close.
he moved forward into it because I was about to miss. So next, find next priority target. Can I get a shot? Ooh, barely. I'm gonna aim there just in case he backs up. Now, it seems to me that he's tracked, but he was on low enough health it wouldn't have mattered. So, there's a Leopard, and there's the Churchill. Whatever you do, do not ever put your side to the enemy base while in an open field. As that Churchill 3 just learned. But sorry about that if you had me on. But disconnecting from the rest of the replay for a little bit. Hopefully I can convince my parents to let me play more often, so that way I can record more often, so I can upload more often. Because as of right now, it's about a once a month thing that I can do. And I want to do it a lot more. I want to do it at minimum once a week. I mean, I enjoy doing
Enemy
this.
armor is destroyed.
I'm not sure how much you guys enjoy it, but the easiest way to show me whether or not you enjoy it is a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I mean, on videos that get a lot of thumbs down, I'll watch through and compare it to a video that gets a lot of thumbs up if it starts to get to that point. But as of right now, I'm getting little feedback from you guys watching it, which, mind you, is kind of a win-lose situation. Win because, well, it's all about what I'm saying right now. It's just, I say what I want. Oh well. But at the same time, what I say might not be what you guys want me to talk about. And I'll never know that until given a thumbs up saying, hey, could you talk about this more often? Because I really like this video. Thumbs down saying, I didn't really like what you said in this video. Comment saying, hey, I liked when you talk about this. I hate when you talk about that. Yada yada yada. It's just that kind of feedback right now would be nice. I'm not asking, you know, go out and tell 500 people to subscribe and here's some random cheap prize that I'll probably never send, or something like that. It's nothing like that. I really want to turn this into a career. I really, really do. Starting off is a bit rough, especially when I'm getting
Critical hit.
only a little support
They're knocked out.
from my parents. And that's kind of just one of the things that are a bit at ends with me at my parents. But talking to a few other people, and I know every once in a while my dad will pay attention to a YouTube video, so Dad, if you're listening, the way that me and my counselor have been talking about it is, as of right now, it's a hobby. Just like any other hobby, there's the potential of it turning into a career that I will really, really enjoy. And she's asking me to kind of explain it like this. If I was a basketball player, wanted to be in the NBA, and every second that I had free, that instead of being on the computer, if I was playing basketball, going to my local recreational center, playing basketball over there for as long as possible, coming home, shooting some hoops in the driveway if there's no snow, or practicing dribbling or running exercises or anything like that, do you think that I'd get the support compared to me enjoying what I'm doing, trying to get good at playing video games, uploading it on YouTube, trying to turn it into a career that I probably would never get bored of? I mean, it's well, whoops, game ended. But it's a mass multiplayer, well, I wouldn't say mass multiplayer, it's considered a multiplayer online game. You're going to have random people every single time. Not one game's going to be anywhere close to the previous. I mean, eventually you might hit a game where you have the exact same stats, but you're not going to get the same way. You might go through a game where you did the exact same thing and get different stats, but the chances of you doing the exact same thing, getting the exact same stats with the exact same teams, with the exact same result, those are 4 variables that basically it'll pick everyone playing. That's, so, say, let's see, there's 5,000 people playing. You can get random selections. You might face one person and have them on the next team and face them again. You're not gonna ever have the exact same team. The only way you get to choose a team is team battles, and even then, you're not, if you face the exact same team that you did the day previous, chances are that they're not the exact same players, they're not running the exact same tanks, we're not on the exact same map, not doing the exact same thing. So, I find that enjoyable. Can it be frustrating? Oh yeah. But back to the whole comparison thing, if instead of video games, I played basketball or football or hockey, or I wanted to become a teacher, or I wanted to draw, chances are that my parents would be, you can go and do that whenever you want. Just go, do it. We'll support you 110%. But this YouTube thing, it's kind of a, you can do it, but you're fending for yourself. And that's how it kind of comes off. I doubt that's what they're actually intending, but that's how it comes off. Just saying. Anyway, I should probably start closing this out. It's been a fairly long video. So, this has been the Deathsphere 13. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. On the flip side, if you did not enjoy the video, please tell me in the comments why. And if you really didn't like the video, you can give it a thumbs down if you want. Just please tell me why. If you want to see more of my videos, please check out my channel. If you want to, say, keep updated on my uploads, which they are kind of sporadic. Sometimes I'll have 3 in a month, sometimes I'll have 2 in a month, and sometimes I'll have 1 in 3 months. I mean, that is kind of hard for you guys to keep track of. So instead of dropping by my channel every single time, if you ever want to see a video of mine, and giving me free views on a specific video, please just subscribe. This has been Deathsphere 13, signing out.